Hey everybody, it is Jordy from Seven Eagle Group. I am so excited today to be with Lieutenant General Robert Ruark, who led a 36-year distinguished career as a three-star general in the U.S. Marine Corps. Right now, he is president and CEO of just an amazing organization called the Marine Corps Scholarship Foundation. And this is an organization that's dedicated to supporting Marines and their families. And we are just so excited to team up with them and hopefully bring a lot of awareness to what they're doing and raise some money for them. But just listen to these stats. They've been around for 55 years. 135 million in scholarships have been awarded to the children of Marines since 1962, and that's 40,000 scholarships. Just amazing when you think about that. Lieutenant General Ruark, again, thank you so much for what you're doing. You must be so proud of your team over there.
Jordy, thank you so much, first of all, for supporting us and for the incredible work you do in positive social change. To enable veterans that are transitioning to get the right job, not just any job, but the right job, and do it in a very quality, efficient, effective manner. There's nothing better than you can do for veterans' families. We just try to help their kids because these are typically families that we support that can't afford to send their children to college because it is a needs-based scholarship. Yep. And what we've learned is that these are ordinary kids when they go to college, but once they get there, somehow they turn into extraordinary kids. They just decide, hey, this my whole future's in front of me. Look at the opportunity I got. I never thought I'd have the chance to go to college. But what we've learned is that 90% of them graduate. It's incredible high graduation rate. Is really because of what their parents instill in them after growing up with the values of honor, courage, and commitment. And that commitment really enables them to graduate so highly. But 45% of them are first generation college students, first ones in the family to go. It's just amazing at how well they do. And we're proud to team up with you, Jordy. Thank you for thinking of us. And more importantly, what you do is just amazing. So thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Such a rewarding thing you're doing by helping these kids, like you said, a lot of them first timers who have been to higher education. Must be such a great feeling when you see, especially when they get through with their school, and do you get to follow them after school and you see where any of these guys end up, and do they get jobs and they're leading nice lives? I mean, it must be just incredible.
Great question. We actually followed pretty closely. A few years ago, we started a Alumni Scholars Connect online program. So we're in touch with them all the time. A couple of our board members are actually graduates and alumni. So we follow them very closely. And what we've done now is we've connected them to the juniors and seniors that are in college. And we have 2,750 students this year that we're going to support. With a total of $8.5 million. But we do follow them even more closely. With our small staff, it can be challenging, but what we do is we connect the students with the alumni, and we try to keep the staff a little bit out of that. Great dialogue and connecting for jobs and internships. And we do as much as we can, but quite frankly, a partnership with the Seven Eagle would probably benefit everybody, particularly in getting jobs and things like that. But I also wanted to say thank you as a veteran for what you do for helping to hire the spouses. Very few people do that. It's incredibly challenging, and a lot of those spouses are better qualified than their husbands or wives. So thank you for doing that.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, we truly feel they deserve our country's support as much as the men and women who fight. Talk a little bit about the organization. I know you're not just about giving money to the kids, but you have all these great events that you're doing around the country. You have volunteer opportunities for people. How can the folks that we meet get involved with the foundation?
Well, all you have to do is you can raise your hand in one of the regional committees that we have. We have 9 major events around the country in major cities throughout the year. We have 30 events that are remote, like golf tournaments and shooting challenges. If you're in Texas and the southern part of the country, they love to do those. Yep. Depends where you are. We can do a number of events, but really people, like you said, just come to us through events. It's a very non-threatening atmosphere. We're not going to ask you for money or anything. We just want you to see what we're all about. And we're really about taking care of those children of Marines and sailors that served with Marines and ensuring that they know that they can have a future ahead of them. And the real impact to people like me is that you're finally getting a chance to get back to those Marines and sailors. And I got to tell you, 90% of them were enlisted Marines and sailors. So they can change the lives of their children forever. And to me, it's something I've always felt that I can never pay back those young Marines and NCOs and staff NCOs that did so much for me personally, and to enable their children to do this for something they would never even ask us for. Marines and sailors would never even ask you for money to go to college. They wouldn't even think about it. They don't join for the money because they know it's not there. but it's, you know, in reality, to be able to help them to afford public education, which is about $27,000 a year at most universities and colleges and career technical schools, it's a real honor to do that.
Oh, and what a nice thing, especially for somebody who's a Marine who's serving, just to know like his kids will have that option down the line. That must be very comforting to them, and probably take a lot of stress off of their, off of their shoulders. So,
that's a great point, because the biggest challenge we have, Jordy, is that they don't know about us.
Right.
So we finally paid for our first advertising this year because we wanted to recruit more students, because it's been 2,300 scholarships a year for about 5 years straight. So we did a little bit of social media advertising, and wow, we had to cut it off after 6 weeks. So we got 3,850 applications. We awarded 2,750 scholarships for next year, starting September. And it's just phenomenal. They're out there. We're trying to increase it every year. We're 3 years ahead of our strategic plan to get more students. And so now we have to be beating feet. And the good news is that even though it's very hard for nonprofits to meet with investors and corporate sponsors and things like that, we can connect with them, and the cause just stands out there right now. So we're very fortunate to do that.
Oh, that's terrific. Well, I can't thank you enough for an opportunity to team up, and I think we're going to do some really great work together, and I'm super excited. And anyone who's listening, please go to mcsf.org. Check out all the great things that they're doing at the Marine Corps Scholarship Foundation. Please, if you can, donate, volunteer at any of their events. They're doing incredible work, and they could, I know, use a lot of support in the community. So thank you again. We really appreciate you guys.
Thanks, Jordy. It's an honor to have your support and team up with you. Keep up the great work.